When Lily's grandmother passed away, she inherited an old cabin deep in the woods of northern Maine, a place called Whispering Pines. The name sounded innocent enough, almost poetic, but when Lily arrived, something felt off. The air was too still. She stood outside the cabin, luggage in hand, listening. Wind rustled through the pine trees, but the sound wasn't like normal wind. It was more like whispering, faint voices just out of range. She shook her head, assuming it was the wind catching oddly in the branches. The cabin hadn't been touched in years. Dust coated everything. Spiderwebs stretched like delicate bridges across corners. But what caught her attention most was the large mirror in the hallway, ornate, tall, and covered with a black cloth. She remembered it from childhood visits. Her grandmother had always kept it covered. "Old mirrors see too much," she used to say, with a strange seriousness in her eyes. That night, Lily couldn't sleep. She kept hearing noises, creaking floorboards, scratching sounds from the walls. The worst part was the whispering. It was louder now. She tried to locate the source, but it always seemed to come from just behind her, no matter where she stood. Eventually, curiosity won out. She went to the mirror. The cloth hung over it like a shroud. Her hand trembled as she reached for it. Slowly, she pulled it down. The mirror was fogged, though the room was dry and cold. Her own reflection stared back, pale and uncertain. Then the reflection smiled. Lily hadn't. She jumped back, heart pounding, and stared. Her reflection now matched her expression again, frightened, confused. Maybe she'd imagined it. Maybe she was just tired. She covered the mirror again. The next morning, she noticed things had moved in the cabin. Small things at first. A chair slightly out of place, a mug that was once clean now dirty, an open book she hadn't touched in years. That night, she locked her bedroom door. It didn't help. She woke to find the door wide open, the black cloth from the mirror now crumpled on her bedroom floor. The mirror stood bare in the hallway. She tried to leave the cabin, but her car wouldn't start. The forest around her had changed. The path she came from was no longer there. Only endless pine trees and whispering. Panic gripped her. She returned to the mirror. Her reflection was waiting. It didn't copy her movements anymore. It stood still, watching, while Lily paced and cried. When she froze, it tilted its head, slowly, as if studying her. And then it moved. Its hand reached out toward the glass from the other side. Lily backed away. Her reflection stepped forward. There was now a second figure in the mirror, a tall, shadowy thing with hollow eyes, standing just behind her reflection. She turned around. No one was there. But in the mirror, the shadow leaned closer to her reflection and whispered something into its ear. Her reflection nodded. Then it smiled again. This time so did Lily. She tried to scream, but no sound came out. Her body moved, but not by her will. She was watching herself, her arms lifting, her face grinning. She was no longer in control. She looked into the mirror and realized her true self was inside. Trapped. She pounded on the glass, but her reflection, now a perfect copy, animated by something else, walked away from the mirror, turned off the lights, and shut the door. And Lily was left staring out, screaming in silence from inside the mirror, as the whispering grew louder and louder.